It's shit. Okay, I won't do that, but you have to admit, it's going to be fun trying to explain why something is shit without outright saying it's shit. Animation, just like any entertainment media, is constantly evolving. We're learning new ways to animate, learning new techniques, learning new styles. This is something that when you watch cartoons or animated films, you learn to accept. The constant change is in a way what makes animation so exciting and interesting. And while some people might view cartoons of the past through rose-coloured glasses, we have to accept the fact that animation is always moving forward. But does this mean that it's immune to criticism? No, it isn't. This does bring us to the new ThunderCats reboot coming in 2019, ThunderCats Roar. It's safe to say that this hasn't been received well, and that's putting it mildly. ThunderCats, however, is no stranger to getting a reboot, actually getting one back in 2011. Story-wise, the series attempted to take a much darker and more cinematic approach than the original show, featuring a lot more focus on characterization and more sophisticated themes. But after 26 episodes it was cancelled, whether it was due to ratings or infighting, I'm not sure. So if the original ThunderCats is no stranger to getting a reboot, why was this time so different? So hated from the outset? When it comes down to it, I think the answer is twofold. The art style and the possible alienation of the original audiences. First, let's look at the art style, since this is the part that has caused the most outrage we can visibly see. Just like art, the appeal of an animation style is subjective. While some people may like one type of style, others may not. In truth, this type of beam-mouthed style of animation has been dominating the cartoon area for the last few years, with some of the most popular shows such as Steven Universe, Star vs. the Forces of Evil and Gumball using this type of style. So you could say that people are now starting to feel bored with seeing the same type of style used in newer cartoons. When we look at what people are saying about the style, they say that it's lazy, doughy, childlike, and ultimately no passion. Another big criticism was the fact that ThunderCats Roar looks so much like the other dominating cartoons, like the style has become a basic template design. Not even a house design, but to the point where you can place any of the characters from ThunderCats Roar and put them in, say, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, and they'd look like they belong in that show. Viper! I hear you cry. Many cartoons have looked like one another before. And to that I say yes, you're right. Many cartoons of the past have looked similar to each other or were influenced by other cartoons on at the time. For example, the original 1980s ThunderCats was clearly influenced by He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. The 2011 ThunderCats was clearly influenced by anime, as was Avatar: Last Airbender. As I say, imitation is the finest form of flattery. But they all didn't look like they could fit in the same show. All the designs and the characters were clearly different from one another. They would stand out in each other's shows and the audience would be able to tell that they wouldn't belong. The second part of the backlash towards the reboot is how they might have alienated the original audience of both the 1980s show and the 2011 reboot. This is something that you have to deal with when you are rebooting an old show that will more than likely have an audience that view the show through rose-coloured glasses of nostalgia. This was the same problem that Disney had to overcome when making the reboot of DuckTales. In my opinion, they pulled it off well. By keeping the tone and spark of what made the original so fun, even with a different art style and character designs, the 2017 reboot still captures what made the original special. This is what ThunderCats Roar on the surface seems to be lacking. The tone compared to the original has been drastically changed from that of an action cartoon to that of a sugar hyper comedy cartoon. This, combined with the silly looking art style, does suggest that the comedy will focus more on gag-like humour and possible fart jokes. And even though the director said that there would be the odd laser battle also in the show, because of the comedic aspect, it would feel more like a battle with no stakes or no risks, and just there to make the bad guys like Mumra look, well, stupid. So this already can put the original audience off from viewing the reboot. An audience that grew up on an action-orientated show now reduced to silly gags can be off-putting. So after that, what's my unprofessional, amateur opinion on ThunderCats Roar? I think they shot themselves in the foot before they even started to walk. With the animation style that they have chosen dominating the cartoon area of entertainment at the moment, combined with the drastic change in tone that the show is going for, it's no surprise the trailer got the backlash it did. In my opinion, if they had chosen a different style, one that complemented the comedic tone that they were trying to go for, while still retaining the action-orientated feel of the original show, it would have been received better than we have seen. It would have stood out and been more unique, so it would have drawn a newer audience in faster whilst possibly capturing the interest of the old guard that still hold the original or the 2011 series close. Will I give this show a chance when it comes out? Yes. I'll give it my anime rule. Watch 3 episodes before making my judgment fully. I mean, all we've really seen so far is one character and the awful intro to the series. And one guy who I think should really rethink his choice in hairstyle. Yeah, the trailer didn't make me excited for the reboot. My specific reaction to seeing the animation was, I'm under attack by sugar-filled colours. But also I've never been a fan of this B-mouth style of animation. And even though I watch shows like Steven Universe and Star vs. the Forces of Evil, it took me quite a while to get used to the animation. Not to mention to even start watching the shows to begin with. But what I don't like in terms of animation, I do like in terms of writing and story of these cartoons. And maybe this is where there is still hope for ThunderCats Roar. It's a small hope, but it's still there. Also, I'm not saying we should never reboot old cartoons, because there are 3 shows at this moment in time that can prove me or anyone wrong. The, as I've mentioned, DuckTales 2017 reboot, Voltron Legendary Defender, and the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic series. These have proven that reboots can be done really well or sometimes even better than the original. There is only one cartoon I would never want to see rebooted, and this is because I'm biased and everybody can see this coming. It's Gargoyles. So while new and original cartoons are awesome to see, maybe the old ones deserve a new coat of paint sometimes? And that's the end. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want more Viper in your life, subscribe. If you want to support me further, there are links to Patreon and Streamlabs below. Or if you want something for your money, I have a merch store on TeePublic. I'm sure there might be something you'd like there. Bye guys!